They point to downside risks, and then there's potential tensions over trade because the geopolitics are coming to the front for it.
Have you ever wondered how a thriving economy like the Netherlands could face significant challenges over the years? The Dutch have long been known for their economic prowess, but recent developments have brought about concerns. Just a few years ago, the Dutch economy was riding high on a wave of success. It managed to swiftly recover from the disruptions caused by the pandemic and bounce back to its pre-pandemic growth levels. The resilience displayed by the Netherlands was remarkable. It demonstrated that even in the face of adversity, the economy had the strength to recover and prosper. However, behind this facade of rapid recovery, a subtle shift was taking place that would shape the country's economic trajectory in the years to come. During this phase, rising inflation began to cast a shadow on the Dutch economic landscape. The influx of money into the market, coupled with global events affecting supply chains and trade, led to an increase in the general price level of goods and services. While a moderate level of inflation is considered normal in any economy, the speed at which it was escalating in the Netherlands started to raise eyebrows. Inflation, essentially the decrease in purchasing power of money, started impacting the growth of the economy. It's like the cost of your everyday groceries and services gradually climbing, making it harder for households and businesses to make ends meet. The story wasn't just about higher prices, though. It was about the consequences these rising prices were having on various sectors of the economy. This phenomenon was becoming a thorn in the side of an economy that was already dealing with its own set of challenges. The Dutch had achieved an economic rebound that many other countries could only envy, but the rapid increase in inflation introduced a new set of hurdles that would test the resilience of the nation's economic foundations. It was as if the Netherlands was navigating through calm waters only to find rough tides on the horizon. This intriguing juxtaposition of recovery and emerging concerns paints a picture of an economy that, despite its strength, was still vulnerable to unexpected shocks. As we unravel the layers of this story, we'll explore the factors that contributed to the deterioration of the Dutch economy and how these intertwined elements led to the present scenario. In our explanation of why the Dutch economy has faced deterioration over the years, we delve deeper into the burden of inflation and the growing fiscal pressures that have added to the challenges. The rising tide of inflation, while seemingly distant from our daily lives, has a significant impact on the overall economic health of the nation. Imagine walking into a grocery store and noticing that the prices of your favorite items have gradually increased. This may not be a concern if it happens occasionally, but when inflation accelerates, it can erode the purchasing power of both individuals and businesses. This situation is precisely what the Netherlands has been grappling with, an uptick in the general price level that makes it harder for consumers to afford their usual goods and services. One might wonder, why does inflation even happen? It's a complex interplay of factors, often influenced by changes in supply and demand, global events, and monetary policy decisions. In the case of the Netherlands, the rapid increase in inflation was partly a result of the global supply chain disruptions caused by events like the pandemic. These disruptions led to shortages of key products, pushing up their prices. Moreover, the surge in demand for goods and services after the pandemic further exacerbated the situation. Now let's connect the dots. As the cost of living rises, households are left with less disposable income to spend on non-essential items or investments. Businesses, in turn, may face challenges in maintaining their profit margins as input costs surge. This has a cascading effect on the entire economy. Companies may cut back on hiring or expansion plans, leading to potential job losses and reduced economic activity. On the other side of the spectrum, we encounter the issue of aging-related fiscal pressures. As the Dutch population ages, the burden on the social welfare system increases. Healthcare costs rise, pensions need to be funded, and support services for the elderly become essential. This presents a challenge for the government, which must ensure that these services are adequately funded without compromising the overall financial stability of the nation. While the Dutch economy demonstrated resilience in the face of the pandemic, the combination of inflation and aging-related fiscal pressures has created a double whammy. The resources needed to combat these challenges are vast and require careful planning and allocation. The government must strike a delicate balance between addressing immediate needs and ensuring long-term fiscal sustainability. Picture this: a world where energy is harnessed from renewable sources like wind, solar, and hydropower, reducing our dependence on fossil fuels and mitigating climate change. This ambitious goal is at the heart of the net zero transition, and the Netherlands, like many countries, has embraced it as a crucial pathway forward. Why does this transition matter for the economy? The answer lies in the interconnection between energy, industries, and innovation. As the world shifts towards greener alternatives, industries that rely heavily on fossil fuels are faced with the challenge of adapting or becoming obsolete. For the Dutch economy, which has a strong presence in sectors like manufacturing and transportation, this transition carries significant implications. The aging population, coupled with a shortage of skilled workers, has created a workforce gap that poses a threat to economic growth. To address this challenge, the government must adopt measures that bridge the skills gap and attract talent. As we near the end of our journey through the factors contributing to the deterioration of the Dutch economy, let's reflect on the intricate web we've unraveled and the broader implications for the Netherlands and beyond. Imagine standing at a crossroads where the paths of fiscal responsibility, climate action, and labor market dynamics intersect. The Dutch economy finds itself at this pivotal juncture, grappling with the consequences of rapid inflation, fiscal pressures, and the urgent need to transition to a net zero future. The journey began with a tale of resilience, a swift return to pre-pandemic growth that masked the challenges lurking beneath the surface. Rising inflation, driven by global energy price fluctuations, added a layer of complexity. The task of balancing fiscal support with aging-related pressures came to the forefront, showcasing the delicate dance between present needs and future obligations. Yet the story doesn't end there. The call for a net zero future requires bold investments in sustainable infrastructure and technologies. The promise of cleaner industries and green jobs stands in stark contrast to the labor shortages that threaten to stifle growth. Policies that facilitate the immigration of skilled workers can infuse fresh talent into sectors that drive growth, ultimately contributing to a more dynamic and competitive economy. The story of the Netherlands serves as a microcosm of the global economic landscape, where choices made today shape the prosperity of tomorrow. The challenges faced by the Dutch economy mirror those confronting nations around the world. As we navigate the uncharted waters of the 21st century, the lessons learned from the Netherlands' journey serve as guideposts, illuminating a path toward a sustainable, inclusive, and resilient future. If you like our economic analysis, make sure to share it and do like and subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to never miss more of such analysis.